Okay, create the thumbnails. I set this up to do the thumbnail. I won't exaggerate the thumbnails. I promise you. I won't start to use a big bottle there and do this. I'm not going to do it. It's what it is. This is what it is. This is what you're getting. If I can get it right and get it right for you, I'll do it. This is it. I'm not going to mislead you. This is how I do it. This is how I'm learning to do it. And I see it on others, and you know, it's deceitful. You shouldn't do it, but they do it, and they want to get all the clicks and the bollocks and everything else. Right, I don't. I just want to build it. I want to build it. I'm not interested. Right, so I've give this alcohol a chance to dry, and it's all lovely and rough now. This look, can you see I've roughed that up? Give it a good roughing over. Wait, get off. You won't. No matter how many times you clean it, you know it never becomes a clinic. Get it off. Look, it's all roughed up. Can you see it? Yeah, it's all scarred. I'm not going to bother write my name on this bit. I don't want this disintegrating now. I don't trust that now. It's weeping. Look, can you see? I've decided not to do it. I could do it in pencil, but I'm not going to. I want you to see the glue up, so I want you to see the glue up. I've prepped up a different type of glue up. I've used a different thickness of glue. I've added extra from the Big Snot Thick bottle. Okay, that's that one. And this is the TG. You know what that means? It's not tongue and groove. It means thin glue. Thinned glue. That's what that one means. So, you hear it? This one, you could do that all day and nothing will happen to it. You can throw it at a wall and that ain't going to move. It's because the air in there since wherever... 9th of the 6th, 2023. I put the date on, yeah? That's when that was bought, yeah? And it's good to 2000... What's that say? What's that say? Manufactured 28th of the 11th, 22, yeah? So whenever. So it was a year before I bloody got it, yeah? Somebody's ripped me off. Where did I buy that from? I won't say. Okay, but that's in there. And the air in there is thickened it up, right? Thickened it up. And I bought a new wadge of it down there, 5 litres of it. I'm not opening that till that basket's completely gone. Then I'll pour some out of that and into this one. And then I'll use it like that. That's what I'll do, okay? I ain't going to use that big bottle, that big tub that I've got. So this is now thickened. And I have this problem where I knock it. It goes on the floor, on my fuse and everywhere. Yeah, I'm a clumsy git. It goes everywhere. Right, I'm just going to hold this now. You'll see me shaky. What I'm doing is I don't have time to thin this down. I haven't time to mix it all up and get it stirred in there. Look, can you see? Can you see what's happening? It's just yogurt. It looks like just like cottage cheese. That's what that looks like. So what I do, you can see, let's get under this light over here. It might be wash it out. It's too washed out. There's too much light. I make cottage cheese in there, right? And I've got to try and force myself not to eat it. It does look good. It does look good. It smells good as well. You know, PVA smells good. But whatever polyvinyl acetate means, whatever that is, and there's some polys and vinyls, some acetates in there. You know, acetate's a film, isn't it? They're like a film that you make your acetate overhead projector acetates. Is that the word? Is that the one? Is that the puppy dog? I don't know. I can't remember. Poly and vinyl. That's a couple of women that live down our street, I think. They're always talking over the fence, aren't they? Poly and vinyl. Right. Bring it close. Bring it close. Reminds me of Nora Batty now, doesn't it? Hey. Nora Batty. God. Those socks that she had. It drove what's his name nuts, didn't it? If you watched Last at Summer Wine, it's crazy. Yeah, I watch all sorts, you know. I watch it for a bit. I've got them all right, you know. I buy them. If it's good, I buy it. I'll support your local sheriff, you know. Support your thing, so they can make another one and make some more and give us some more good stuff. Let that soak, okay? Let it soak. Let's get that close. I don't want it glued everywhere. I just want it where I want it, here. Right? Can you see how I've set that up? I'm reminding myself it's going that way, so I'll set it that way. I'm reminding myself it's going that way, so I'll set it that way, because this one, if I make a mistake, that won't get me overhang that I want. All right. Yeah. I laugh at stupid stuff, you know. I can't be serious with myself. I don't have to laugh at. You have to laugh. I was very unhappy this morning. Very unhappy this morning. I'm expecting to be, you know, raped last night. I can't take it. I don't like conflict with people. I'm not into the public stuff, and don't go into public spaces where people are. I stay away. have to do confrontation and lose my temper or whatever, and I don't want to go to prison. All right, I don't want to go to prison, so I ain't gonna fight with you. There's some that love it, isn't there? They love it. I don't know why. Where do they love going? I don't know. I need my books. You know, I need to be reading my books. I need to be doing my stuff. I don't want people to tell me what not to do. You know, I'm already fed up with council telling me what to do and not what to do, and you know that's enough for me. You know, them telling me what I can't do and what I can do. You know, they come round and they send these frackers with his uniforms on. You know, I hate people with uniforms on. I hate it because it reminds me of fucking Nazi Germany. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Nazis, the thing that we despise the most. You know, absolutely despise them evil gits. You know, they fought 2 world wars. 2 world wars to bump up somebody's oil revenue. That's all that were about. You know who they were. You know who they were. They were tycoons who just needed a little bit more money. They didn't have enough money, did they? They had £1 billion, but it was never enough for them. It was never enough. Because he wanted to catch up with another one that had more than in Westinghouse had that much money, and JP Morgan had this much money, and Edison had this much money, and the frackers had all this money, but they just wanted more and more because they're so sodding greedy that something happens to them. Something happens to their brain, you know. Fucking hell. Fracking hell, I said, all right. It drives me crazy, all this stuff. I love the story of Westinghouse and what he did and his trials and tribulations, you know. And he did help people. And salts, you know. I don't know anything about Lister, around Bradford stuff, all these mill owners, we know the dark satanic millies. We don't know, but what they did is they lifted the area, didn't they? They lifted it. Some of the rotten baskets they had nobody were allowed to be sick, did they? If you worked for them, they had housing right next to the mill. And charge hand and foreman were kicked out in the morning. Oi, go get that scuffer up, Andy, down that road there, right? You know, Michael, he's not come in. Why ain't he come in? There were no telephones and mobile phones. There might have been, we don't know. We never found them, right? So, go wake him up, and he'd be at the flipping door, kicking the flipping door in, you know, because they owned it. You rented it off them, and they took money off you for it, you know, whatever it was, your sandwich money, they took that off you. You know, you had to go, you had to get up and you had to go, whether you were dying or not, and there were no medical stuff, but Salts, I think flipping Salts did it, you know, there's a few philanthropic ones, you know, Tuxedo Jim or what have you. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones, but they were built off that. You know, the industrial stuff. Or, you know what Fred Dibner were always going on about and talking about, and he'd tell you all them fantastic stories. You know, Fred was fantastic. I used to love Fred. You know, I'd listen to him all day long telling me stuff. You know, did you like that? Oh, fucking brilliant, wasn't he? Fracking brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. What a great man. What a great man. Oh, he was so brave. So brave, and that stupid mistake finished him off. What I heard, what he said, what he was saying, and that, he was gone, wasn't he? And he was so young, and he was gone, you know. And there was so much that I wanted to see that we never. Oh, here we go now. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. Here we go. It's all wetted up, and I'm talking about Fred. I'm talking about Jack Hargreaves. You know, your heroes, isn't there? Your heroes. My engineering heroes, isn't it? My general knowledge heroes. I might have been. I was glad for the opportunity. I was glad for it. You know. I didn't get enough information. I just never, ever, ever had enough information. You know, my science teacher never taught me enough. I'd ask him questions and he'd just go run and hide. You know, he'd go find somewhere to hide. He'd never come back. You'd never see him again. Yeah. I had a fantastic chemistry teacher. Mr. Noble. He was absolutely brilliant. I loved Mr. Noble. I loved my teachers. Bellevue Boys, Mr. Noble, he was fantastic. If you remember him and you went to Bellevue Boys and you absolutely hated him, I'm sorry. You know, I loved him. I loved him. He was a fantastic guy. There were others who were not so good. You know, I won't say who, because some of them were still going to be alive. And there were some geniuses. There were a genius there, right? There was an absolute genius there. There were a couple, there were a few. And some of them were sickly, and I only saw them for a year or 2 years and never saw them again. I don't know if they died or what. We never used to get any news. There were the guy that took us for swimming, Mr. Olsen. Was it Mr. Olsen? I can't remember. And he got ill. Oh, I never heard about. I never saw him again since I was at school. I never saw the poor guy again. Oh. We had religious education in them days, and we had French. You know, there was a whole language lab there. You put your earphones on. And I was embarrassed because I couldn't learn French. The reason being, I didn't want to project my voice. I didn't want anybody to know that I could speak gribble. You know, I couldn't say it, so they just laughed at me. And they had a funny name for me at school, you know. My French name was Francois, but they changed it to something else. They were nasty kids, you know. Kids were nasty. And you see, I might go off on tangents because I'm doing something, yeah? That one's a drill, don't touch that one. You know, they all look the same to me. I never remember, that's this one, right? Now, I've got it there, and I've got it there, and I'm going to press, okay? And I've got it there, and I'm going to press. And this thing's never going to sit properly because this is all still, it's started to buckle up and warp around here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to restrain that. I'm trying to restrain this cracked joint in here, this one. And I can't do anything about that one yet. I will, I'll put a Dutchman in it if I have to. You know, I'll do something. If I've got to glue a big something on the back of there, I will. You know, I'll do the work. You see me, I'll do the work. I'm not work shy. Do it, whatever it takes. All right, I'm just going to, can I just put you down? Please, please, please. I'm going to go to my radio channel now. I've set it up. You're listening, this is my radio channel. Okay? You don't have to do anything. It's just a radio channel. You'll hear me talking away. I might go out of your range, out of your hearing range, like mine hearing range. It's about 2 meters. All right, so what I'm doing now, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to put 2 screws in to hold this, then I can do the rest and you can watch it. Right, I put 1 screw in at the top and I'm aligning this now down the faces. I'm going to put another screw in and I'll come back and show you the rest. So let me get 1 screw, these screws that are bonding around the outside on. Because I want to get them right. I want to get them right. Let's get that one in the corner. I'll probably crack this. It's still going in the corner. Ooh, that did not want to happen. Right. I'm sorry, there's no music on this channel. I don't understand it and I don't want to get in trouble. So here we go. Right. I'm going to show you the squeeze out. Okay, so I've screwed that one down, I've screwed that one out. Here's a wet squeeze out of there. I've screwed that one down and screwed that one down. That came out of the back because it's not in the right place. When I flip this over, you'll see it's on the other side. So now I can hold, put this in, you can watch me. You can watch me. You know, I'm not work shy, I'll do it. I'll do the work, whatever it takes. I think that's just burst out of here as well. It don't matter, it's inside there and it don't matter what it's doing, okay? We're not going to live in there. Make sure my outrigger's right. I've just checked it against there. I'm going to sand all this and it's going to all be sanded and nice and filled. It's going to be good. Because you're going to see the Gothic feature I'm going to make. So, oh, look at all that flavour flood out of there. That's like what comes out of your beef, you know, and your stuff when you're barbecuing. You see all that good stuff you lost. Right. So, I'm going to wipe all that up. I'm going to wipe it up. Where's my cloth? Right, so put my cloth there. Don't want us to get these screws rusty. Tell me not to. I'll do it here. Right. Nice bottle. I've been buying these. This is my 3rd one now because they're so good. And you know how many of those other ones I go through those? You know how many of those I go through? There's hundreds of them. They're like a little clan of them living in the house. I'm scared to go past them now. There's so many of them. They're ganging up on me. There's some water in there. Don't forget about it now. Okay, get that off of there before you do anything else. Get it off. Get it off, mister. Get that off, mister. Get it off your desk. I used to say to you, keep your bench clean. Don't leave any muck on it. Mr. Smith used to come round and tell me, get that flicking cleaned. You were scared of Mr. Smith. I'll tell you, you were scared of me. You know what, I'm worried now that this is uneven. I've just put it arbitrarily on and it's going to be uneven. It could be uneven. This could rock. See how it's rocking there? That's rocking because they're high. That end and that end are high and it's making it look, oh, look at that. It's terrible, atrocious. What shall I do it on live? Shall I do it live? Well, not live, but shall I do it while you're looking? While you're looking. Shut your eyes if it goes wrong, all right? I don't want you to tell anybody I screwed this up. Ooh. You should feel the weight of that. Look, I can pick it up with one hand. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Get the bench clean. I don't need them now, have I? I'm done with those. They can go in there. Right, teach myself to do it. I can teach myself to clean up. I'm a pig. I'm a pig. And if I can teach myself to clean up, then I'm sure you can as well. Yeah? Right. So what I've got in here, I've got 2 thicknesses of material. This is how I resolve it. Ah, yes. So that just broke my wrist. Look, my arm's not strong enough to do it. Can I show you something? Can I show you something? Look. How good is that? How good is that? The other side's it's just that bit out. Can you see? And it was rocking nuts on that. So it just shows you that just that little bit we're making it rock. Just that little bit we're making that rock. Look at that. Does that tell you? Just that them floorboards. Shall I tell you about them floorboards? They're absolutely flat. They are. They're good references. Right, you see, it's a bit scraggy, isn't it? You say to yourself, it's scraggy, mate. It's scraggy. But the beauty's in there. You just can't see it because. Well, you can, I'm sure you can, because you sand stuff yourself, you know, don't you? It's all holding up now, it's getting stiffer and stiffer. And I know that them screws have come through somewhere. I felt it come through, I felt it went slack. The screw went slack. If you don't get that glue off, it never sets. If you don't get the wet off, I find it just makes a film, that bit sets, the film does. But the glue underneath, that does not set. It doesn't. It'll come back and it'll be still wet next day. Freaking hell. You know what? I don't even need to do anything with that now, do I? Because it's inside there. I don't have to worry about it. You know what that was? A screw snapped off. And I channeled the screw out and I showed you how to do it. I showed how to do it. How to remove a screw longitudinally that's gone into your wood from one side to another. So all this now is going to get all planed up. It doesn't matter. It's just going to get planed to this. This is going to get planed to this. And then all these are going to round off beautifully. And then this is the bottom. The casters are going here, but there's a plate coming. There's a plate about to come up and it comes round and it's this plate here. Right. This is the unit itself. Imagine this is going right down there. Right down in through the floor. It's that unit there, you see it. This is upside down, by the way. Can you see? It's upside down. I'm showing you now. I'm showing you. I put it here for a reason. I want to show you. I want to show you what we're looking at. Now I'm going to show you what we're looking at. Can you see this little square here? Can you see that square with that little plate stick on it? That is what you're looking at, yes. Can you see it? I was telling you about the projection. Right, now listen, now watch. This is your imagination here now. Can you see you're looking at this? Oh, I need to clean it. Can you see you're looking at this little stub? Can you see it? It's right there, look. That's it there. Caster and Pollux there. One there and one there. Caster and his mate Pollux. There, that's that little thing. That is this. You're looking right. I've got a screw on my finger.